Okay, good morning, missionaries. Here's what we're going to do today. We talked about this before, and we practiced this a few days ago. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the skill of helping people make and keep commitments. Now, here's my question. Do you remember what things we practiced about this before? Yeah, otherwise.
We did like the questions where we invited them to like read a book, read a passage from something from then till their next meeting.
Yes, we did. Thank you for bringing that up. Anyone else have any thoughts from what we did before?
Promised blessings.
Promised blessings.
Over time.
Yeah. So we have two of these things so far. Anything else you want to add here? Okay. Here's what we're going to do today. Can I have you go to Preach My Gospel chapter 11? And can everyone actually pull their chairs up here in front? Is that okay? Can we do that again? So as you grab Preach My Gospel and stuff, come up here to the front and we'll get going here. I have two extra chairs as well. Someone wants to leave their chair. Sisters, we got two chairs up here. Alrighty. We all here? Okay, let's go to chapter 11 of Preach My Gospel on page 202 under the section Follow Up. And here's where we're going to start today, okay? So when you're there, give me a thumbs down. Page 202, but it's the Follow Up section in chapter 11. Okay, when you're there, give me a thumbs down. Now, this is the skill that we're going to practice today, and we're going to practice a few principles of this. Let's first establish why this is important and how it's going to help us fulfill our purpose, okay? So, let's see. Elder Whiting, are you there? Can I have you read the first paragraph for us? And let's see why the skill of following up is so important to what we do as missionaries. Elder Whiting.
Follow up. Extending an invitation without following up is like beginning a journey without finishing it, or buying a ticket to a concert without going into the theater. Without the completed action, the commitment is hollow.
Okay, and then Elder Hux, can you read the second paragraph for us?
Yeah. Change can be hard. Your role is to help strengthen people in their resolve to change. You should do all you can to help people keep their commitments.
Thank you, both of you. So, brothers and sisters, based on what's I can preach my gospel, why do you believe that following up, the principle of following up, is so important to what you do? Yeah.
Well, it like helps them to remember it, and then like just know it's important. That it's just not like a random one-time thing.
Yeah. I 100% agree. Any other thoughts here? Yeah, so
It's
makes.
kind of like meaningless to extend an invitation unless you, it's like, what's the point of even inviting them if you're not going to check up and see how them?
I want to ask you a question here. Think back to high school. I know it's probably a long time ago. Did you ever have an assignment that your teacher gave you and you worked really hard on it and then you turned it in and they graded it for participation? Or they didn't really look at it? How did that make you feel?
Like, why did I even do that? Why did I put so much time into it?
Yeah. This principle of following up is the same. We extend a lot of invitations as we practiced last time. But if we don't follow up, they're wondering why we do it. Now here's the question. We need to figure out how all these things help us continue to fulfill our purpose. What are our thoughts of how following up with people is helping them on this path? What are our thoughts here?
say the question again.
Yeah, maybe I'll rephrase the question. The skill of following up is one that we're gonna work on today, but we've sort of established why it's important now. How do you think that can better help you fulfill your missionary purpose as you use this skill? Other comment?
As you follow up with the person, when you start hearing about their own personal experiences, you can start relating it to your missionary purpose.
100%, I agree. Yeah. Any other thoughts there? Other things?
For like repentance, people aren't gonna really wanna change if it's like, unless you're kind of following up to see how they're doing. It's like, you just extend that invitation, and don't really care what happens, and it's like, why are they change?
Elder Banks, we're going to see how that's true today. Elders and sisters, the principle of following up helps strengthen their faith in Christ because it knows that someone's supporting them. And it helps them have a desire to keep changing because they know what they're doing is good. That's why we're going to do this today. Because people are changing, we're changing, and we're just through following up. Alright? So let's figure out what we're going to practice first. Is that okay? You see there's a bullet point list here in this chapter? Everyone see that there? Let's see. Sister Ivy, could I have you read the first bullet point for us here?
Yeah. Have them record their commitment, perhaps on their phone or calendar or on something you leave with them, such as a card with your names and phone number.
Okay, so what skill does preaching the gospel help us first begin to understand here? In terms of following up.
Write it down.
Yeah, help them write it down. As we go on today, you'll see some things building on each other. Now, I want to point out one important thing here. It says, have them record their commitment, perhaps on their phone or calendar or something you leave with them, such as a card with your names and phone number. So wherever the person's going to have it be most effective for them, that's where you do it. Can I give you an example of what I mean by this, what we're going to practice? Is that okay? So, sisters, what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on the invitation to pray about Joseph Smith being a prophet. Okay? That's what our commitment today is. Okay? So I may do something like this. Like I say, it was great talking today. I know that we've discussed a little bit about, we want to pray to know Joseph as a prophet. I want you to. I know myself, I forget sometimes. What do you find is helpful for you? I'll talk to Elder Banks. What do you find is helpful for you in terms of helping you things remember? Are there places you write things down, reminders you set? What works for you?
Yeah, I just like to write things down and just stick them on the fridge, like put a magnet on it.
Okay. Do you think we could do that with this here? That way you can remember to pray Joseph as a prophet?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Do you have the things here with you to do that?
Yeah, I think I have a piece of paper here.
Okay, can you grab that?
Yeah.
Alright, there's my day. That's what I want to do. We want to help people write it down in that moment or else they'll forget. So I gave an example of the prayer of Joseph Smith as a prophet, but I'm going to switch it up. Can I have everyone stand up? What you're going to do is you're going to use the question of someone is going to read the Book of Mormon. Now it's sort of in your jurisdiction of if you say a chapter or not, you can say when. But right now we're going to focus on the skill of helping people write their commitment down. So, what you're going to do is I'm going to give you just a quick minute to practice this, okay? This one's going to be pretty simple and we'll keep moving on. So find someone that's not your companion and practice the skill of helping them record their invitation about reading the Book of Mormon. Okay? Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Ready?
Alright, so.
Okay, exactly.
Just make sure.
I might want to
Okay, yeah, should we just put that in there?
Yeah, I mean, just like a reminder of it.
What's the verse?
Yeah, so tonight you're talking about.
Sure.
I just wanted to.
Alright.
Here we go, okay.
Very good.
Yeah.
So thanks for meeting with me today, and before we take off, please meet with us. Thanks for
have anything?
meeting with us today, and before we take off, I'd like to encourage reading.
Right.
And so, just a friendly reminder, you have somewhere you can write it down now.
Yeah, I remember a lot of things on my phone.
So Preacher Gospel tells us
I'd
what?
ask if,
Perfect.
it's just people forget really easily about stuff.
Yeah, wait,
Get better
yeah, help them
understanding.
write.
I know that you
Yeah, before you leave,
a
so
journal
that you
for
guys.
myself is helpful
Yeah,
to
that's
you
good.
and stuff.
Brothers and sisters,
Cool,
we have a good question here. Should we be there with them watching them record it? Preach My Gospel tells us what, Sister Sorensen?
Have them write their commitment on something before you leave with them, or something you leave with them.
Who has ever forgotten something before after someone asks you to do it? Yeah. So if we're with them and they can write it down, it's a lot more effective, and they'll remember more. So, good question. Okay? Pretty simple. Okay, do you have the opportunity to switch, or just one person go already? Switched? Okay, perfect. Let's keep going to Preach My Gospel then. Can we grab it again? We're going to go to the next bullet point. You can keep standing up because we're going to go right back into things. Sorry, Elder Whiting.
Kill me.
All right. Elder Conway, you're there. Can you read the first sentence of the next bullet point here?
It's like, hey, make sure people know that you or member friends will make a brief contact with them daily between teaching appointments.
All right. So, brothers and sisters, what we're going to practice next is the principle of explaining this to people, that you or someone else is going to make contact with them daily. Now, Elder Conway, can you read the next sentence?
Determine which method of communication they would prefer. Via phone call, text message, email, social media, message, and so on.
All right. So, what additional skill does Preach My Gospel help us understand here?
Communication.
Okay. What about communication?
Following up on days that you're not even meeting with them, like kind of thing, I guess. Yes.
I'll say daily communication. And then you can say what method works best. All right. Can I give you an example?
Sure.
So as you're meeting with someone, you can say, we've talked a little bit so far about, we want you to write this down, and in order to help you remember more and best do this, we want to be in contact with you sort of every day to see how you're doing with things, and there to answer questions of whatever may happen. So what method of communication do you most commonly use that we could probably reach you out the most? Is it cell phone, Facebook, Elder Conway, what?
Go text message.
Text message, okay. We can do that. We can text you every day. We look forward to that as we sort of help you remember to do that. That's an example again, okay? You don't have to do that, but similar. All right? So I want you to go find someone different. You're going to help them write it down and then move into the principle of explain that you want to have daily communication and figure out what method works best for them. Okay? All right, so find someone new. I'll give you 3 minutes to do that. Everyone's very slow. Okay, who's still?
Yes.
Yes, Sister Warner.
Alright, so we're talking about the Book of Mormon, how you want it to
Yes.
be.
Oh, good question. Everyone, we are still talking about the Book of Mormon. Back to you.
And so, let's say, how you know about the have anything to write with?
So I don't know you personally, but sometimes I
Alright.
write.
Alright,
Like,
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 if you
like,
write,
like,
read,
like,
and
like,
stuff,
like,
you work,
that's
that's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, my phone.
And then, which is the easiest way to
Yeah,
contact
say
you?
that.
Just something kinda like that that would work.
Yeah, take a photo.
I have a personal.
Yeah,
and,
so
like, keep
like
it-
We'll just send you a text message, reminding you,
I'd like to hear it.
I forget a lot of
You
things,
can write that down.
Yeah.
we'll just, if you forget, we'll just remind you.
I think like
So you want me to write?
I don't know, I would just. Well, we talked about that last month. You wanna go? Okay. I didn't know. Okay. Well, you're good for 11.
Yeah.
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 Did you guys go? She would love it.
Is there?
Right back, that'd be great.
Yeah, I got my wife went on my first record. So first we find,
That was good.
Chapter 1.
Yeah, I knew someone who was the only letter, that's weird.
And still, is there any way, cause I know for myself, I.
Okay, that was good.
So do you
Before
like
we
have
go,
something
you know,
to
we
write
encourage
for
you
like
to
reminder?
read this
Yeah,
chapter, email me,
Email
or
to
compliment, and we thank you for accepting that. Now, I know myself, I can forget things.
All right, everyone. Can we switch? Switch the person you're with now. And then you can be with your companion.
I like to write things down to
Okay.
keep my memory jogged, so if there's like a
All right, let's go.
method of,
We're switching people and keep doing this.
Oh,
Practice one more time.
Okay, okay.
Sure. You got it.
Okay, so, do you want?
wow, that was unfair. I'm not done.
Why do you
I
know?
was like,
Alright, so we're talking about
super
understanding
We
people.
we asked you to read
Will you
section,
sections of
chapter, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I remember
Is
something
there a way
that,
that's easier for you to remember?
I know myself,
like
I
you
just
just
said,
said,
I forgot some things, so I think my own,
do you have something to
maybe
write
I would
down?
encourage,
I would
I would encourage you to write log of some sort of things we ask you.
Yeah, I write them down.
I would encourage you to type in
How did you just say? Is there anything you can write it?
I think, I know what you're referring to. But I think,
So we talked about.
Oh, yeah, that's
Thank you for having me say that.
Okay, yeah.
You put yourself
And then,
out there.
I know before
I'm trying to cast
we
this every time I say maybe and encourage you to follow through.
That's a good thought. So maybe
I
it's
can
not
help
just
you
like
remind
a
you, like,
So is there any,
first
I just
one.
started something you can do to kind of remind you.
I'll just start from wherever you want.
Yeah, I read it down.
Yeah, so if you have a phone, I would just have to write it down. Would you mind writing down, typing in?
So which one is? Okay, you got this, otherwise.
Read it all, you don't want to.
Probably email.
I'm gonna do it all too, and then I can write it down. Can you go?
Practice downstairs.
You can say that.
So, thanks for agreeing to wanting to read the book. If you would pull it down, like we could help you write down one scripture that we asked you to read. Not encourage, we would not encourage it.
That's the next one.
We want you to read that and ponder it and see.
I know, I feel sick.
Good job. Okay?
Yeah.
You're doing good. Okay? Here's what we're gonna do. Alex, just try to switch one more time with this before we move on, okay?
I woke at 2.
Alright, everyone. We switch. Someone else you haven't practiced this one with, and do it one more time. Alright?
Sister Ivy.
Yeah.
Conway.
Oh, are you guys?
No, you know, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's next?
Hi. Alright, so we're kind of talking a little bit about
Yeah.
how you want to get a better understanding of it. Will you read the instructions of the Perfect.
Sure.
Is there like ways to write down?
What's the, do you have like a,
Will you write that down? Perfect.
Oh, yeah, can you, like,
Instructions
range
are good too.
Yeah, I
So you get a better knowledge.
I put Ryan's voice in. If you want me right now.
Yeah, wait, no, okay, wait, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or wait for us.
Okay,
Text or
To my Gmail.
Yeah, so let's see.
Alright,
So
so
we're
I'll
going
just
to
use this
use
number to text.
Yeah,
Later today.
determine which method of communication that we
Okay.
have.
You probably will take off things to me. So I'll just send you a text so you know. Perfect.
It's a really good thing to do when
Yeah.
people
So after we talk about
Sometimes it's hard to do the work that I know that in your blog is so
and help your
I'm not
reminder
really
list.
Yeah, there's a fridge on my,
There's a bridge on your paper, there's
There's a
a.
whiteboard on my fridge, yeah.
Did you want to write? And also, when you have to keep up communication, if you have any questions, they come with it, they remind you, what's the best way?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Probably text, just on my phone. Hey, what else is, remember to mention dibs.
Perfect.
Wait, what?
Dibs.
One more try.
Oh, yeah, dibs.
Okay. Alright, other sisters.
Watch that.
Other sisters, I don't know what happened over here. You wanna share with us what happened?
I asked him
Yeah.
what was like the best way to like write things down.
And I said, there's a fridge on my wall, or a
A
fridge
fridge
on
on
my
my whiteboard or
whiteboard,
something, and I
yeah.
was like, well,
There's
that's
supposed to be
the thing.
whiteboard on my fridge.
Well, you know, some people have different things they like to do.
Yeah, so I
Who
just kinda
knows?
lost after that, we're like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Well, that's okay.
It worked out.
From what I heard and saw, you were all doing great at this. And we're gonna continue building this, so can you all grab Preach My Gospel again? Alright, we're gonna stay in that same bullet point, but we're just gonna continue reading on it, okay? Elder Conway, you were a reader for that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, do you wanna keep going for us? And
Yeah.
I can.
Explain that your purpose in following up is to support and help them. Give them an idea of what you will do when you make contact each day. Be respectful of people's time and wishes.
So, what are we gonna do when we actually make contact with them?
Maybe we're just checking up on you, just seeing how you're doing, just to send a reminder as well, maybe something like that.
Okay, so we wanna have the thing that we do really be focused on our missionary purpose. Because if it's hey, what's up today? Great.
Or maybe like remind you of what
Yeah.
your thing was.
I was agreeing with you.
Okay.
Conway. That as we're focused on our missionary purpose and really trying to help them, that's when our follow-up is effective, okay? So, brainstorm with me. What are some different things we could talk about when we do follow up with someone? So other Conway shared, hey, we just want to know how you're doing with reading the Book of Mormon. What else could we talk about when we follow up with them? Yeah.
Sister Warner had a good one, she said, if you have any questions, we can answer that.
Yeah. So we say, how's the reading going? Do you have any questions? What else? That's okay. Fine. So I'll give you an example. So we'll go up here. So, okay, well, we can text you. You know, when we text, we're not gonna do anything crazy. We're gonna follow up and sort of be there for you as guides, and to help in a way. We won't spam you all day or anything. We're gonna be there to help you. We're always here for you to reach out to us. And the purpose of our communication is really just gonna help you continue to find your answers. That's what we're gonna do when we reach out to you. All right? So we're establishing what we're actually gonna do now when we reach out to them. Okay? And that's what we're gonna practice now. So, help me put it up here. What should I write on the board for that? Should I say give an idea of what we'll talk about when following up? I'll say give an idea of what this will be. Alright? So, we're gonna do another practice again. Which you'll do all these things now, but then at the end you'll give an idea of what it will be like when you communicate with them daily. Okay? Now for some people that may be a phone call, so you'll have to explain what the phone call will be like. Some people may want a video chat, some people want a text, some people want you to stop by their house. I want you to use all those methods there and figure out what it'll be like when you follow up with them. Sound good? Alrighty. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 be the missionaries first. And then you and I will be the person in contact, or they're doing this with, okay? Sound great? So missionaries, find someone that you're gonna talk with. Okay? And you'll have about 3 minutes for this, so ready, set, go.
Already written down what I'd like you to read. Mainly just be
Brothers and sisters, I just had this idea. I think I was a little too general with that there. We're gonna give an idea of what we'll be doing, but we want them to know that if we're not coming over to meet with them, we're not gonna spend a lot of time doing it. They're not gonna have to be like, the missionaries need 30 minutes now. Say, for example, I told Elder Conway that I would like him to come stop by my house. So then Elder Conway can do is say, great, we just want to come stop by for 2-3 minutes, see how you're doing, and then we'll be on our way. That's the way people are just knowing that the communication's short, but it's there to help, okay? So maybe when you're doing this, keep in mind, like, specify, it'll be short, and not interfere with their time, okay? All right, back to you. Keep going. So is there some way to reach you?
Sounds awesome.
All right, brothers and sisters. What happened over there?
I asked him what.
Elder Hux, it always happens with you. What's going on?
I asked him what communication is best, and he said carrier pigeon. So I was like, all right, I'll get a pigeon, I guess.
Okay, we do want to keep in mind that we want to be realistic.
Yeah, I understand that.
I need to find someone who communicates with carrier pigeon. If you know someone, let me know. That'd be cool. I'll send a pigeon.
I've seen people with like ham radio, but other than that, you have to get a license for that though.
Huh.
Carriers?
So,
Not carriers.
let's see. Elder Banks, you want to come to the front?
Yeah.
You want to give us an example of this for the class?
I'll do my best.
Okay? So you can be with Elder Hux, and all of us will sort of be watching here, okay? And remember, we're going to be looking for these things right here, everyone. We'll see how this is going. All right, you've got this.
Alright. So, Alex, thanks for meeting with us today. I know we talked a lot about the importance of the Book of Mormon, so we want to invite you now. Will you read the first chapter of the Book of Mormon?
Yeah.
Great, thank you. I think it's great that you accept that invitation. I know for me, once you get towards the end of the day, getting tired, and it's like, what do I still have to do? I don't remember, I just want to go to bed. So, I personally like to set reminders on my phone, like this is what I still need to do. So is there a good way for you to have that reminder? So you
Yeah, I can write it on my phone right here.
Perfect, yeah, if you just want to get that in, awesome, so you can have that, remember to read the Book of Mormon.
Can I jump in?
Yeah,
So we wanna, Elder Banks, that was great.
thanks, it's good.
I think one thing that we wanna do is we wanna establish what way has worked best for them in the past.
Okay.
Because we wanna figure out what's gonna be their best way to remember to read. So I think that could possibly be it, but we don't know necessarily from that what way he remembers things best.
Okay.
So maybe if we backtrack a little bit and say, you know, Elder Banks, this is communication or reminders on my phone work, what works best for you?
Okay.
And let's work there. Is that cool?
Sure,
So
yeah.
backtrack a little bit.
Okay, so for me personally, what works best is setting reminders on my phone. So is there something that works best for you, a way to set
Yeah,
reminders?
I usually have some alarms on my phone,
Okay,
and if I need to, I'll write stuff on my fridge,
okay, great.
whiteboard.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's great. So if you wanna go ahead and write that down or set that reminder, read the Book of Mormon. Perfect, alright, you got it. So another way, we just wanna keep in touch with you. Now you got that reminder, you can make that, but we also wanna just follow up and see how you're doing. So is there a way of communication that works best for you so we can contact daily?
Yeah, email usually works best for me.
Email? Alright, great. Well, we'll send you that email every day, just kind of see how you're doing. Just a brief email, don't want to take up too much of your time, but we'll kind of just check up on you and see, like, have you done your reading, and like, do you have any questions about it? And we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks.
Awesome. That makes it really good.
He's money, that's what he is.
I really like his commitment, the 5I.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was sweet. I love that chapter. Okay, good job. Okay, I'm doing really good. We're gonna keep going here and preach my gospel. Banks, thank you. You don't have to be up here anymore. Okay. So, let's jump back to preach my gospel, okay?
Sorry.
All right. How everyone's legs feeling? Tired? Maybe take a stretch for a minute.
It's no wall sits, but.
All right, it's true. We are going to go to the last bullet point here now, okay? Let's see. Elder Hucks, you there? The last bullet point.
Yeah,
Can you read that for us? And let's establish now what we're going to go with next.
the record specific notes.
Yes.
Okay. Record specific notes to follow up tomorrow on every invitation you have extended today.
Okay. Can everyone close their eyes? This is a personal thing for you. Do you feel that after your TRC lessons and to this point, you've recorded all the invitations you've given to the person after the lesson? Raise your hand if you think so. Okay, put your hands down. All right, you can open your eyes. All right? So it was a little mixed. This skill is not one that we're going to practice because it's one that just sort of happens after, but I want you to be aware of it, okay? Because as we can remember to write down, as you write down ends, we can be a lot more effective. And here's why. Elder Conway explained earlier that he forgets things easily, right?
Oh, yeah.
I do too. So if we don't write their invitation down, there's no way we're going to be able to follow up on it. And if we can't follow up with it, we're not going to help them continue moving this path at all because they won't know where they're going. That's why this is so important. Anyways, I need another reader. Who wants to read?
Is it gonna be long?
No.
Sure.
Elder Banks. Do you see the paragraph that starts with help people identify?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone see that there? It's the second paragraph after the bullet points. Elder Banks, take that paragraph away for us, and here's where we're going to see what's next.
Help people identify the blessings they have received as they have kept their commitments. Especially help them describe their feelings as the Spirit has testified to the truthfulness of the message.
Okay. Sisters, following up is for the whole reason to help people recognize the answers they get. So that's what we want to do for the last little bit. We've got 10 minutes here. I had an opportunity in my mission to teach someone named Brock, who was getting answers for a long time, but had no idea. And so as we took time with him to discuss feelings, things he's had, as Preach My Gospel tells us, talk about this, help them describe their feelings as Spirit's testified, and look for the blessings in their life, they can receive answers and ultimately have a greater desire to develop faith in Christ. So, here's what I want you to do. I want you with your companion, I'm fish right here a second. Right now, you are in the MPC. This was a call that came from the prophet and the president of this church for you to go on a mission. That was an invitation to you. What blessings have you seen so far? I want you to talk about that with your companion, they'll come back together.
3 score meals a day.
Got to meet some cool people so far. Some good experiences.
I don't know, my
I know,
headaches
oh my
are
God,
really
it's
when I
like
came here.
I know, that's so juicy.
I have a lot of headaches and migraines all the time at home, and it was just from the family. Being here, they're not here all the time.
My ECR was not like very, just in for our kids, and I was like, okay, I'll kind of use it as like a structured way. It's more meaningful, spend my time learning.
I had one, and then I listened to you, and then I forgot.
I had good meals at
And then
home, but
back to there, something
not a buffet.
blew up.
Okay, sisters, I just want to hear one thought from someone. What do you think's been a blessing so far here in the MPC? Yeah, the comment.
All the stuff I had learned already. It's just been blessing, so I'm like, hey, if I'd known this a while ago, it would have been, I could help some people, but I didn't know what to say when I was in the situation.
Well, then Conway, I think, and for all of you, I want you to know that the things you're learning now, don't look back on things as like, I wish I knew that then, but take advantage that you know it now. And be grateful for that. Because Heavenly Father still has great things in store for you in the future. Especially in this time right now, as you focus on your purpose in helping yourself, and helping the Savior, and helping the people you work with. I promise you that it will be effective when you do that. Okay. Help identify blessings. Now, this is going to be fun. Who's ready? Can I give you a demonstration? What this may look like? So, let's see. Sister Ivy, I'm going to be coming back to you. I sent you the day before to read the Book of Mormon, and you did read.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it now, okay? So, Sister Ivy, you said that you read the Book of Mormon. That's awesome. I'm so glad you're able to do that. Did you feel anything, or any message stood out to you as you read yesterday?
I felt different after, I felt good, but I didn't really, nothing really stood out, I don't know.
Okay, can I actually have you say, no, I didn't really notice anything?
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
I actually didn't really notice anything, I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Like, people, sometimes it's hard to notice things. Yesterday or today, how's your day been so far?
It's pretty good, yeah. I feel like things are going really good for me.
Okay, what things have been going good?
Like with school, I took my test and I felt like I really knew, what I was learning, what it was asking me, so.
Well, Sister Ivy, I think you've identified something that's been happening really good today in your life. I know Heavenly Father speaks to us in different ways. Do you think that that's the way that he may have been speaking to you?
Yeah, I think it could be, yeah.
Okay. Sisters, people don't recognize that certain parts of their day are actually who Father working with them. And that's what we're gonna practice right now. Okay? So can everyone stand up? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the missionaries. Everyone else, I want you to, they're gonna say, do you notice anything different? Anything sounds, you're gonna say no. And their job is to help you find something good in your day to look and identify a blessing that came from you reading the Book of Mormon, okay? Sound good? So everyone find someone and then we'll start.
Wait, who's the missionary? Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's find somebody. I can be your companion, go on. Let's see. Sisters, do you wanna? Actually, they're both teaching
Yeah,
too.
oh, that's right.
Alright, and go.
Alright, so are you able to?
We actually were up there and read the book of
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were,
So, what did you think
have the experience, did you feel anything different?
I just, like, how's that? I can do my research, I mean, I felt pretty good after reading it.
That's just fine.
Good guy.
Yeah,
As for the read that you should read,
There was so much at work, it was like,
throughout your day,
feel something, kind of where
after you read that, you're able to like see anything different that changed.
difference in my life. You said you didn't feel like something,
Yeah.
what did you
What did you feel?
Yeah, I guess like I felt
Different
like
on your day.
Yeah, maybe
More like,
affected with my morning and
I think I was
that's nice.
more calm,
Right.
happier.
Yeah, so
That's
that's great. Happiness
I
Well,
don't
now
know
is
what
not
I
really
read, but
easy to
I
find
was.
something. I'm glad that you're able to find that happiness. That to you, don't tell you that that's what's real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as soon as you read, understand more about
huge part of my life is
I have
I don't remember it, so I feel like I do remember how I felt.
You found the blessing right there. Yeah, we switch.
Oh, we switched?
I have a lot of that actually.
No, like, like,
for work and school and all this stuff.
What you can do.
That's great.
Is that, do you think that could be
Oh, okay.
a blessing?
Who was that, Sister Guthrie, that like,
I think it definitely is.
Thank you, got that?
As you can.
Wait, we didn't play that.
Blessing or blessing.
The
little ways that
She kept like going like this, she was
That's
like,
the very next year.
She'd go hyper mode and then eliminate all of us.
that was like.
I'm so used to snapping because my parents never do anything that.
That's bad. Mom, calm down. Oh my gosh, I can't stand that.
Alright, well, that's all I have.
How'd it go?
Totally.
Nice.
Sister Warren, that was really good. Okay? Okay, other sisters. Feelings wise, I just want to hear. Scale 1 in 10, how difficult was this?
7.
Sometimes it's a little difficult there. Sister Warren did a really good job. We worked through some things and then we sort of saw, and here's the point. We helped them identify blessings. We helped them identify what they've done. And let's make the connection in how they relate to each other. Because they don't know that blessings came because they read the Book of Mormon, or they went to church, or who knows what. And we're helping connect the dots, because they don't know. So elders and sisters, you can grab a seat. I know that as you follow up with people and do these things, to today in TRC, and in your TRCs next week, and for the rest of your lives. That is when we can be effective with helping people live the gospel of Jesus Christ. That is when we can be effective in ourselves coming to Christ and others as well. Because we're keeping ourselves accountable and others accountable in doing so. I want to hear two thoughts. What are takeaways from today? Thoughts of yours?
I mean, I always knew like the follow-up was like important, but I didn't realize how much it actually like included in the follow-up, I guess.
Yeah. And there's more we didn't even get into.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Sir Ivy. One more thought. Otherwise,
Us as missionaries already have so much we have to remember, and it's hard to remember things for other people too. So it's good to have them write this stuff down, so we don't have any more stress on us.
I'm going to build off your thought there, otherwise. Could everyone grab a journal fast? And I want you to write down what you take away from today. Brothers and sisters, thank you for all you've been doing today to work. I'm at this. This is a skill that we'll keep working on. But I know as you continue to try to do this, practice this, and keep this in mind, the people you work with will see greater progress than you've seen before. And I say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Okay, it's time for TRC. We'll meet back here afterwards, okay? All right? So we'll see everyone in just a little bit.
Redo our TRC and then go straight to S1 for the TRC final.
We have some time in between.
If we don't talk for a